Guys, as you know, here we do bring opportunities to you. We bring opportunities within the NHS. That's my favorite lately because I do work for the NHS and I've realized like there's loads and loads of benefits when you do work in the NHS. But a lot of you have been asking how best can we get in? We're not getting interviews. We're getting so many regrets. And guys, here is one of the pathways in which you can join the NHS. And guys, today we're going to talk about an opportunity for a recruitment event that's going on in Nottinghamshire Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust. Guys, I'm so big on recruitment events because that's how I joined the NHS. And guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Florence. If you're watching us for the first time on this platform, we do talk about life in the diaspora, life abroad, and we love to talk about opportunities, growth, and career progression. And what a better way of growing if you started off as a healthcare assistant like myself, when you join organizations like the NHS, definitely you cannot remain the same but grow. So guys, I'm sharing this recruitment event that's coming up on the 9th of November 2022, and it's starting on at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Where is this event happening? It's happening at Rampton Hospital Healthcare Assistant Careers event. So it's Rampton Hospital. That's where you need to go. If you live around these areas, that's the place to be. The location in particular is the Mike Harris Learning and Development Center, Rampton Hospital, Redford, DN22 OPD. I'll share the link in the comments to this recruitment event so that you can prepare if you're keen on going. So what happens? Some of you may be wanting to know the roles of a healthcare assistant. Some of you could be dependents. You could have come as a dependent and you are not a carer, but you want to join the NHS as a carer. So these are some of the roles that you will be doing. So as an HCA at Rampton, you will play an essential role in supporting the physical and emotional well-being of patients. Your duties will involve assisting patients with daily activities such as personal care, feeding and mobility, supporting the work of nurses and other healthcare professionals. The list is endless. The list is really endless. So healthcare assistants are crucial to patient care, and although the role can be challenging, it is highly rewarding. Guys, it is rewarding. I mean, I can write a whole book about how rewarding these roles are. So whether you're interested in mental health, learning disabilities, in general healthcare, Rampton Hospital offers a diverse and unique working environment. One of the reasons why I'm keen and big on this one is because it's a mental health learning disability institution. So you will be a mental health healthcare assistant. Guys, if you don't know much about mental health as a career path, one of the highly paid nurses in this country, or I don't know wherever, mental health nurses, mental health practitioners, they are quite well paid. So if you're looking into becoming a mental health nurse, you could start off by this, and so that could be a place for you to be. So at the event, you have a chance to learn about the care certificate, which provides the foundation skills for those new to care. So it's not like you'll be thrown in the deep end. No, they do train you. They do hold your hand and walk you through. They do induct you. They make sure you're knowledgeable in your role. So you get an opportunity also to get an insight into the Rampton supportive working environment and the incredible impact you can make in the lives of their patients. Guys, the reason why I'm so excited and keen on this recruitment event is because that's the same way I got into the NHS. I started off as a bank healthcare assistant within the trust that I now work for, and then I think just a few months after my training, that's when I went on to apply for a permanent role and I got admitted. So it's a very strategic way of getting your way into the NHS. If you're one of those people that were saying, "Oh, I'm not getting interviews," or I'm only getting regrets," this is one of the best ways in which you can actually integrate into the NHS, because that's what I did, and look at me, I am in. So the recruitment team will be on hand to answer any questions that you may have. I always encourage people to go to these events. You may not be wanting that job in particular, but you could be having that big question to say, if I join the NHS, will I get a chance maybe to progress, maybe into nursing, progress into social work, or progress into whatever career that you want? Guys, we may ask each other, we may go on the internet, but it's worth it going to these events, and then you can ask these people in particular, okay, what is it that I need to do? What are the requirements? What am I eligible? I know a lot of people have been asking me, do the NHS sponsor band 2? I'm a band 2 in the NHS, and I want sponsorship. But then this differs from trust to trust, and you can only know when you do ask. So I encourage people to say, go to the event and go and ask. You lose nothing. It's free, and you get information, and you can then see what you want to go with. So this is quite worth going to, guys. If you live anywhere near Nottinghamshire, please don't let this slip through your fingers. There is an email. I'll put the link in the description. There's an email to say if you have any questions or would like to find out more about this event, you contact the contact person that they've put on. Guys, I would have loved to end this video here, but then there's a few things that I want to share with you, that I want to talk about as far as this trust in particular is concerned, so that you can go on to check even in the trust that's close to you. There is a section where it says your career, where they say join us, and they've got I think 3 pathways in which one can join, and I'm going to just give a bit of insight into each and every one of them. So there is one that says join our bank. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what bank is and what are the benefits of being on bank. So bank is the name that we use for our temporary staffing services. It's like an internal recruitment agency. So a lot of people, we've been encouraging each other to say, if you want future references in this country, in this industry, it's wise for you to join an agency, and then you can get a chance to go to different workplaces. But then what better way to join an NHS agency? So this is one way that you can actually join an NHS agency through bank. It allows them to keep the service running smoothly, and they're able to provide cover for gaps in staffing from a bank of people registered with us. Somebody once asked me to say, if I join bank, will I be able to get as many shifts? Guys, there's always shifts within the NHS, at least the trust that I work for. So, and I assume, the way I see it, I assume it's the same across board. So wherever you could be, you will never run out of hours. You'll never be told, oh, there's no work this week, because there's always demand for workers. So as a bank worker, you will be employed by the trust, and you can choose the shifts, days and hours that you want to work. You're in charge and are in full control of the hours that you choose to work, making it an excellent option for flexible working to suit your lifestyle. I mean, a lot of people will go like, well, if I join bank, then how will I balance it out? You can only pick shifts when it's convenient for you. You pick the hours that you can do. It's not like they offer you, but you get to pick and choose. So that does really work. Also, there are benefits. There are benefits to joining bank staff. So it goes on to say, our bank staff enjoy a great range of benefits, including excellent rates of pay, enhanced rates of pay for unsocial hours, flexibility to pick and choose when and where you work to suit your lifestyle. Guys, I cannot overemphasize the benefits of really like working for the NHS. You equally or more or less get the same benefits that anybody who is on a permanent contract would get. So you first pick of shifts via an online system. So you don't really have to ring people or be rang, but you can actually access these shifts on an online system. There's also opportunities to gain experience in a variety of specialist teams, helping you to develop your skills and build on your career. The thing with bank staff is you get to choose which ward you want to go, which unit you want to go and work. You could say, I love cardiology, or I love rehab, or I love radiography, and then you can specifically just target those areas and pick shifts from there. Also, one of the benefits that I want to talk about is your ability to apply for internal vacancies. I've always said this time and again to say, joining bank staff is the clearest and easiest way in which one can get into the NHS. Because once you are working on bank, then you get access for those vacancies that come up in their written internal vacancies, because you now are maybe referred to, or maybe they say you're now treated as somebody who works for the NHS. So That's a benefit. You also have got access to NHS pension scheme. You also have got access to NHS discounts and benefits. You also have access to a blue light card if you're on bank. So I mean, you have access to wage stream, allowing you to stream wages before payday. Access to trust, health, and well-being support services, mental health support services, debt and gambling support services. There's a lot that you can access for free. There's also this is a big bargain. You also have access to induction and mandatory training provided and paid for attending. So it's actually a good and flexible way of upgrading without having to fully commit. Last but not least, on these benefits that I want to talk about is the fact that it's a chance for you to build your experience portfolio or a reference portfolio. So it's worth exploring. Also, the other pathway that I want to talk about as well, last but not least, is the volunteer with us pathway. I love volunteers and I've been talking about it. So let's explore and see what this trust offers really. So it says volunteer with us. We are very proud of our highly valued team of volunteers who give some of their time to make a difference for our patients every week. If you're looking for a career with the NHS and would like to gain skills and experience that you can use for future job applications, then we would love to hear from you. So part and parcel of the benefits that you get when you volunteer is you gain skills and you gain experiences. So how does it work when one is volunteering? So it says, all that we ask is that you commit to volunteering for a minimum of 2 hours every week for a maximum of 6 months. Guys, what else can you want? I mean, you can actually say maybe after your shift from wherever that you work, and then you spare 2 hours just to go and volunteer. Or maybe you just go and volunteer maybe 2 hours late night shift or early morning. I mean, there is no way that you can say, I've got no time. I can't commit. I can't do bank. There is always a way, and what a better way than to volunteer. So they're going to say, in return, you will receive training and support from our dedicated volunteering team, health service discounts, out-of-pocket expenses, and we can provide a reference after 6 months of service. Guys, a lot of you have been asking me and saying, Flo, we're struggling to get references. We are struggling. Employers are not giving us references. This is another way that you can build up your experience portfolio, reference portfolio in this country. And guys, it's another pathway in which you get now to apply as an internal candidate, as an internal applicant. So guys, I don't know, but if you're in the UK, these are the pathways that you should be exploring. Then if your goal is to get into the NHS, then you need to pursue either of them, and we will be talking. Congratulations soon. Guys, that's all I had for you in this video. I'll see you in our next video, and if you haven't subscribed, guys, please be kind enough to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.